presented us. And I got the news from them. But I am not happy with it. We are not going to accept this decision. My reason is very simple. We have gone through all the coalition, and we are at 3 polling stations for us to complete the coalition and declaration. And so what changed? We had EC coming to Parliament swearing under oath that we have only 3 polling stations left. And consistently, that is what it has been throughout. And so if NDC is bent on taking the seat and going to an extent of requesting for a rerun, and EC that has always insisted also that we are left with only 3 polling stations, comes back to say that, okay, we have agreed on NDC's decision, then where are we? Where are we as a country? What I am saying is we are not going to agree. We are not agreeing to this. This can never be a solution. If an NDC tells you that this is a solution for a future something, we are rather jeopardizing the situation. I mean, the country where we are now, this is not democracy. And in actual fact, if you go through election and somebody wins, you don't try to do things to orchestrate something, and at the end of the day, you come out with your own decision to tell the Electoral Commission to do what, will please you. NDC is in power. What went wrong? If you are not able to provide security for all the polling stations, and you are telling us that you'll be able to provide security for 19 polling stations. Why all these? It is unfair. It is unfair.
To who?
And incorrect to the NDC and to Electoral Commission. Because the Electoral Commission, I know, my sister, where you sit, the NDC is the person manipulating all these things. Let me tell you something. If you go through election, 281 polling stations, and you go through we have collated the thing 7 times. 7 times. Why? And presiding officers, even the 19 polling stations they gave us, the presiding officers who came to authenticate their polling stations, they have added it to it. They have added 2 polling stations to it. No. We even came with original pink sheets. Original, and I mean original. We went through an election where NDC is in power, incumbency advantage to bring tax and intimidate people at the polling stations. And that is what they are going to do. I have already won the election. And we are saying that we have gone through the coalition process. And we are at this crossroad where we have only 3 pink sheets or 3 polling stations left to finish with our coalition. You know that you didn't win. You are requesting. That is where the thing comes from. But you are rather turning the thing.
Very interesting. We're making an effort to speak to one of the deputy directors of elections of the National Democratic Congress. This is the EC's record of what happened. I've jumped the first 2 paragraphs. In fact, the meeting was held on Tuesday, 1st July 2025. And this is the EC saying the NDC held the view that the election should be rerun in 37 polling stations because scanned pink sheets from 37 polling stations which were used to collate the results were provided by the MPP. The MPP was of the view that the results from the 3 outstanding polling stations be collated and the winner declared, since the NDC agents had verified and confirmed the scanned polling station results they presented. So those were the 2 positions that both parties held. So MAHDI GIBRIL joins us on the line, Deputy Director of Elections and IT, National Democratic Congress. Thank you very much for your time. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
And I hope you're well.
Am I speaking to Senna?
Yes, you are.
Senna, I'm doing well.
Yes. So let's now understand, because these are two different positions. You were of the opinion that we have 37 polling stations that I thought, were you asking for a rerun of those polling stations?
So now let me say good morning to your listeners this morning. Right from day one, our position on Ablekuma North, on the 37 polling station, is to call for a rerun. Because there was some process that has went through before we got to 37. And if we take the electoral process, the Electoral Commission is the one that is mandated to have the processing of the pink sheet that they can use to collate results at the collation center. Parties are issued pink sheets to verify, to validate whatever EC is doing. However, at the collation center, if the EC have all their pink sheets and the political party doesn't have, it doesn't stop Electoral Commission to proceed with the process. However, if Electoral Commission now comes to say that I don't have about 2 polling station pink sheets, but I can find it. Now it depends on the political parties or the parties who contest the election. If any of them comes out to the pink sheet and the other accepts it, the Electoral Commission can now use it to complete the process. But if they dispute that pink sheet, the Electoral Commission cannot use it, even though it's a pink sheet that they issue to them. So at that point, the last resort is to declare a rerun for the polling station. So Ablekuma North, out of the 281 polling stations, on the election day, they had only 165 polling station pink sheets that the returning officer was able to use to collate the results. The information was that the other ones were vandalized and destroyed. However, on the 9th December, the NDC provided 54 pink sheets, which the MPP accepted, validated. And so because they agree, the two parties agree, the EC added that 54 to the 165. Then on 21st December, MPP also came out and said they also have 25 pink sheets out of the 62 that is left. Then that one was also added. Now we are left with 37. It was 28th December when we met at IPAC. In fact, at that time we thought that EC want to declare a rerun. That's what they call us at IPAC. And they asked if we have any option, because they have decided on the issue. But if you have anything that we can help them to resolve the issue of Ablekuma North. It was there. The MPP said they have scanned documents of the 37 polling stations. We objected to the scanned documents. Because what we asked the MPP is that if you have a scanned document, meaning you have the hard copy, so if you can bring the hard copy, we may consider it. It was then the MPP left the meeting, seeing how we started opposing the scanned document. Then they rushed to court on McDermott's. And with the McDermott's, it's just to compel the Electoral Commission to complete the process. So it means that the judge assumed that EC has a document, but they're refusing to complete the process. So when the EC came back, we went to the collation center, got the police, and then now forced their presiding officers to use their scanned documents. When NDC even didn't accept that one, they managed to do their collation with that scanned document up to 34. Now it's left with 3 to complete. When they had challenge with the 3, the EC and MPP who left the meeting at IPAC to resolve the issue now returned to the IPAC now to ask for our support for them to complete the 3. At this point, we told them that if you did illegality to get a 34 and you want us to help you to complete your illegality, we will not support. We are still on our 37 polling station issue. This dragged up to June 12th. In fact, within the time, the MPP even went to the IGP to tell them that we are the EC, that they are ready. They only needed their protection. So we also wrote to the police that the EC came to mislead you, because these are the issues at the Ablekuma North. They have not agreed on the document that they are using to complete the process. So now IGP asks for us to go and meet again and conclude on the issue before coming to them. So when we met on the 12th June, we now presented our final position that we want 37. The MPP said they also want to have the 3 police stations to complete the process. So then EC said they will get back to us. It was this period that we heard Bosman went to Parliament and report on one side issue that they have 34, they only need the police, and Rerun is the last option. We were surprised when we heard Bosman making those presentations. So we came out strongly and opposed that presentation. Then now EC now called us back for a meeting. That's on the 1st July. This meeting, first the Mensa now participate in this meeting. In fact, she even prayed for us in the meeting and asked that everybody should be truthful in the meeting. Now she asked our position again, whether we have a change of mind. We said no, we still stand on the 37 polling station to be rerun because we can't vouch for any scan document to be used. The MPP said, no, easy. We did 34, and we only need a 3 to be completed. This is our stand. Now, this is the EC's conclusion. The EC said, NDC, your 37 that you are calling for, will not accept it. MPP, you're also asking for 3, will not also accept your 3. Now, this is our reason. Because I said we should be truthful today. The 34 points that all of us are claiming that we have completed it. It was only 18 out of the 34 that we had the presiding officer to come and validate them. But the 16 plus the outstanding one were not able to get anybody to validate it. We only added the 16 to it to be 34 without any validation. So legally and immorally, it cannot be possible. So we are taking the 16 out of the 34, and we will keep the